Hey everyone, welcome back to another MotoCamp adventure review. A lot of the dirt riding I do on my adventure bike is done with friends, and I tend to be following my friend Dave during a lot of the rides. In the dry state of California, this means that my bike and I are often inhaling clouds of dust for hours on end if we're not careful. After having an OEM paper air filter break apart on me and cause significant damage to both the engine and the throttle bodies of my last bike, I decided to get an aftermarket foam or cotton filter to better trap the dust before it entered my air intake. First, I bought a K&N drop-in washable cotton filter, and while that works pretty well, it's a bit of a pain to wash. I was also a bit paranoid that it wasn't filtering everything out. That's when I found this Uni Filter Pre-Filter, which is basically a sock that fits on the end of your bike's air intake and is simply attached with a zip tie. Installation on my particular bike, a 2010 R1200GS, is fairly simple. There are 3 Torx head fairing screws that you need to remove to gain access to the air intake. Once there, you simply insert the pre-filter and fold the end of it around the outside of the air intake. A single long zip tie can hold it in place. As you can see on this one, it trapped quite a bit of dirt. These filters are much easier to pull out and clean than it would be to have to pull the main filter out each time after a dusty dirt ride. When I fold this example inside out, you can see the literal chunks of dirt that have accumulated on the pre-filter, which is saving my main air filter from having to be cleaned frequently. This particular pre-filter looks like this after a single multi-hour ride in the dirt in California. I'm still going to show you what the main K&N air filter looks like at the moment, and you'll see that the pre-filters don't catch everything, but please keep in mind that this is after multiple long-distance dirt rides. As a quick note and sort of mini review on the K&N drop-in air filter, it's a much more robust product than the OEM air filter, which is a paper air filter shown here. The problem that I had with the paper air filter is that it actually got wet and then deteriorated and broke apart. Unfortunately, that meant on my last bike that I had no idea how long I was just sucking in unfiltered air. The Uni Filter Pre-Filter Kit comes with 2 of these foam pre-filters. With that said, what I end up doing is keeping one in a plastic bag as so, swapping them out as needed, and then cleaning both of them when they're both really dirty. I of course keep the clean one pre-oiled as well, so I can just throw it right on when I have the time to do so. There are probably other ways of cleaning these, but I just use a Uni Filter foam cleaner and the Uni Filter foam oil, and it's a fairly simple process, so I won't go over it. This of course adds to the overall cost of keeping these filters in place, but there's no real way to avoid cleaning a filter that does something similar to this and having to re-oil it. A pre-filter kit goes for $25 directly from Uni Filter, which comes with 2 foam filters and some zip ties to mount them. They come pre-oiled, so you can immediately put one on as soon as you get them. As you can see, they make pre-filters for many BMW bikes, including brands other than BMW. And honestly, if I was to do it over again, I'd probably ditch the K&N air filter and go with a full Uni Filter kit. And while I wish they did, Uni Filter doesn't pay me a dime to say that their product works pretty well. To prove that to you, if you're someone on a big bore KTM adventure bike, I'd highly recommend the Rottweiler Performance Foam air filters. I know that those are probably more robust filters and kind of a whole system rather than just a drop-in for the OEM filter. That's all I've got for y'all on this review. I really like these pre-filters for what they do and think that the price is fair for purpose-built pieces of oily foam. If you like this video and want to see similar gear reviews, press the like button and let me know what to focus my efforts on. Consider subscribing if you're interested as well. Thanks for joining me on another review, and remember to ride safe and have fun.